guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I look a little bit different because I got new glasses. Yay! And I also have no makeup on my face because today's video is all about drum roll, Barbie. Yay! Jeffree Star's little yay is what pops in my head. So today I have the full collection, which includes a Super Shock Shadow highlighter, the Barbie palette, 3 lip kits from Barbie, and a Barbie Mattel hand mirror. And the packaging on this is super cute. Well, the packaging on everything is super cute. And it also comes with these really straight doll lashes, which I'm super excited to try. I've heard some kind of mixed reviews on it though. So this is the Pride and Joy. This is the palette. Now today's look, I'm kind of in a hurry. I am going to a family event. So I'm going to film a really quick eye tutorial using this side of the palette, using these kind of orange corals and browns, just something really smoky, really simple. And then tomorrow or tonight I will film something using the pink, something using the blue, and I already have an idea for the yellow in this palette. So that is what I'm doing today. I haven't decided if this is going to be like 3 looks, 1 palette, just 1 video, or if it's going to be 3 separate videos. So you'll tell by the title when I post this what I decided to do. But without further ado, I'm going to put my contacts in so we can actually see what we're doing. And I'm going to go ahead and get started with the look. I'm going to go ahead and start off the look by priming my eyes with the Juvia's Place Primer in Light 1. Take a kind of medium-sized fluffy brush, and I'm going to start by going into the color Let's Go Party, which is this kind of peach shade. On my camera, it's showing up very orange, but it is a true kind of salmon colored peach. And I'm going to pop that right in the crease and really blend it out up towards my brow bone. Right off the bat, this has a ton of pigmentation. Super easy to blend. And then I'm gonna wipe off my brush. I'm gonna go in with a clean brush, not that the other one wasn't clean. And we're gonna go into SoCal, which is the bright orange. And I'm gonna pop that in my crease, but lower in my crease, kind of right in the socket. And it's okay if this is messy because we're going to blend it together with the peach. And I think I want to do this as a cut crease anyways. The orange shade is a little patchy. Okay, but you can go back over it and make it not as patchy. And this doesn't have any more product on it, by the way. Okay. Now we're going to take an even tinier brush. We're going to go into Zuma Beach, which is this brown. We're going to apply this in the outer part of the crease. And I applied a little bit too much. That blends just so effortlessly. I'm gonna take a flat brush and I'm gonna take 1971, which is the color next to the South Cali shade, which is the bright orange. I'm gonna pop this in the outer half of the lid. It's super creamy and bold and kind of coppery bronze. And I'm actually gonna cut the crease. I'm gonna do a half cut crease. I should have done that before. Take the color Shine On and apply that in the outer half of my lid where I cut it. This shade does have some kickback in the pan. It kind of crumbled a little bit, so just keep that in mind. You want to use a soft touch with this shade. And then I'm just gonna blend that in with this color. And then taking the original orange brush, I'm just gonna get a little bit on my brush and go back in and deepen up that orange color. So stinking pretty, for real. If you wanted to, you could take Malibu Memories, this blue, and make a really thick cut crease, or not cut crease, a really thick blue liner, which would look super cute because this look kind of on the eye is kind of one-dimensional because the shades kind of are so similar. I wish Shine On was more like Cali Girl and really bright. I'm going to finish the rest of the eyes, and if I feel like it needs more brightness, I'm going to put Cali Girl on top of Shine On. I'm having a little bit of trouble trying to get that to stick to the inner corner. But I'm going to take this makeup off right when I'm done anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm just going to run that orange and peach under my lash line and put the brown in the outer V. I'm gonna apply mascara to the bottom lashes. I'm gonna take this really tiny brush and go in with Cali Girl. This is a Sigma smudge brush. I'm gonna apply that to the inner corner, the upper part of my brow bone, and then I'm gonna close my eye and kind of dust it onto the inner like third of my lid. And then I'm going to find a Colourpop liner, something kind of yellowy but kind of orangey. So I'm gonna go in with Marigold by the Raw Beauty Christie collection. I think that would match that yellow shade really nicely in the palette too. You could also go in with a nude if you want it to be more wearable. But this is the final look for look number 1 using kind of the neutrally shades. And I'll take some product photos and insert them. I'm gonna stop crying because PMS hormones and film this video. So moving on to look number 2 using the Malibu Barbie palette by Colourpop. Let's go ahead and get into this. My idea for this, I already primed my eyes with Juvia's Place, by the way. My idea for this 3 looks 1 palette was to use each of the lip kits. So this look I think is going to be the darker one, which is Dream House, and it's just a really like deep pink. That was the wrong shade. It was this one, which is like a reddish pink. So that's the look we're gonna try to base it around, and then I'll do my face when I'm done with my eyes. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm gonna do the lighter pink look because I wanna do the bright, bold look last because I wanna wear that one. So look number 2. Let's look off by going into making waves on a big fluffy brush. This is a Sigma E40. And I'm gonna apply this into my crease and really smoke it out up towards my brow bone as a transition shade. So I'm gonna go into the deep brown called Zuma Beach, that one. And we're gonna apply that in our crease, but lower, just to deepen it up. We have that blended out. I'm gonna take Boardwalk on a big fluffy flat brush and we're gonna apply that to the outer half of the lid. And then I'm gonna do a half cut crease real quick. The other side of that, we're gonna take the bright yellow called West Coast. I'm gonna put that in the kind of middle of my lid. And I'm gonna blend it into the inner corner. And it's okay if it's not perfectly opaque in the inner corner because we're gonna put a shimmer on top of it. And then I'm just gonna go back and forth between the pink and the yellow to blend these together. With Cali Girl, which is this bottom shimmery shade, and then the top one is Come On. I didn't really think Come On looked for what I'm going for, so I'm gonna pop just a little bit of Cali Girl in my inner corner, and I'm gonna blend this out into the like inner part later once I do concealer. Finishing up my face, I applied Marigold in my waterline, which I know I did for the first look, but I really wanted to play off the yellow in this look. I am going to put on mascara. I'm not sure if I'm going to do lashes with this look because I want this to be the more natural wearable look, but I will finish the rest of the face and let you know what I think. I'm going to run a little bit of that pink shade Boardwalk underneath my lower lash line. Look without falsies. So I'm going to go in with the medium pink shade called Dream House. It is a lip bundle and it's a gorgeous kind of mauve-y purpley pink. Excuse my lips, they are very, very dry. Colourpop lip liners are always super soft and creamy, so that doesn't surprise me. The color is Dream House and it's a cream lipstick. It does look like kind of kid packaging, like what I would think Barbie's makeup would look like. Oh, this is like a true Barbie pink. I'm gonna blot this once. So this pink is beautiful. I'm using the e.l.f. Putty Blush in Bali, and it kind of matches it. I should have used a coral blush for my cheeks for this look, but I really wanted to play up the Barbie pink because I'm not taking my face makeup off for the next look. But this is the look without falsies, and I didn't want to add a wing to this look because I wanted it to be more natural, but you could definitely add a wing and add the super dramatic lashes if you wanted. I will add the lashes to take the product photos if you want to see what it looks like with the lashes. I did that final look and totally forgot to apply the highlighter, which was the whole point of doing my face makeup. This is really hard to open, I'm gonna say that. If you have long nails, you're probably gonna break one. This is a Super Shock shadow highlighter. I have original Super Shocks, but I don't have anything that's this big. I love it. It's kind of goldeny, but the more you swirl it, it kind of has like a pink reflux to it. You can definitely see it more when it's on my nose. Will say I don't like these lashes. They are really hard to get super close to your lash band, and it leaves a gap. So if you don't wear a liner, it's gonna leave a gap, and they don't really want to sit like super flat. They're the right size, they're not too long. It's just really awkward. So this is without lashes, and with lashes, I do prefer the without lashes because it's more natural and because of that giant gap that the lashes leave. I will insert product photos before we go on to look number 3. Okay, so the final look using the Barbie collection. I will say these shades do stain your lids, so just keep that in mind. I only had mine on for the 20 minutes it took me to film that tutorial, and my eyes are kind of stained yellow a little bit. We are going to be using the pinks and the blues today, a little bit of the yellow and the orange, and let's go ahead and get into it. Start off the look by going into the yellow, which is West Coast. And I'm really gonna blend this up to my brow bone again as a transition shade, and it's gonna peek out underneath the orange and the pink and all that we're gonna add. Next, I'm gonna take a smaller crease brush. This is a Define Crease Brush by Makeup Geek, and I'm gonna go in with the orange and really kind of blend this up into the yellow. This shade is going to take some time to get perfect because it's really chunky and pigmented, but it's also kind of patchy. So I'm going to blend this off. I blended out way better the second time around than the first time around. Next, we're going to go into Best Coast, which is the matte bright pink. I'm going to take this on the tip of the brush, and we're going to put it kind of where we put the orange, but a little bit lower in the crease, so that when I cut it, the purple pinky shade will be the forefront. And it's okay if you get a little bit of it on your lid, because like I said, we're going to cut the crease. Which I didn't plan for every single one of these looks to be a cut crease or half cut crease. It just kind of worked out that way. Decided I don't want to cut the crease, and here's why. I want to take Follow the Sun, which is the pink shimmer shade, and I'm going to apply that on the outer third we are gonna make a gradient on our lid. And it's okay if it blends into the crease because this is gonna be pretty. I tested it on my hand before coming up with doing this, so I know the colors will blend together. We're gonna take Vintage Doll, which is the light pink, and apply that to the middle of the lid. These shimmers do have some kickback in the pan. Just keep that in mind. And then the last color, I'm gonna flip this brush over. We're gonna take Shine On because we haven't used it yet. And pop a little bit of that in the inner corner. And then you're just gonna blend the colors. So really blending that gold into the pink is gonna be the hardest blend. The Sigma E65, which is a small angle brush, I'm gonna take some of that Malibu Memories on the back of my hand. I'm just gonna kind of scoop it out, scoop the pigment on the back of my hand. And I'm going to take some setting spray and kind of make my own makeshift eyeliner. Out of that blue shade. That's the look with the matte blue. Now I'm gonna take a tiny liner brush and I'm gonna take Suns Up or Surfs Up, which is the metallic blue. And I'm gonna take that and spray it so it's not chunking all over my face. And I'm gonna apply that on the wing part. Actually, I'm just gonna go over the whole thing and make it really shimmery. This is really gonna amp up the blue. I can already tell it's making the blue so much brighter. And then I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush and wipe away any fallout I have. So in love with this. Much as I want to apply a yellow eyeliner, I'm gonna try to use this pink in the shade Insomniac. Some of these kind of shades are drier and they don't stick to the waterline as well. That one did after I warmed it up on the back of my hand. Very pink, very beautiful. I'm gonna put on the lashes and I'll be right back. This is the look with the lashes. I really do not like these. They are really thick and you can feel them. Like, you can feel them on your lash line. When I blink, they feel like caterpillars. I wish these were shorter. They are so long that when I open my eye, they touch my skin. Like, that's ridiculous. But this is the finished look. And overall, out of this whole Barbie collection, I think the palette is a steal, which to me is shocking. When I saw this collection launch, I was like, I am not buying that. It looks so gimmicky. I'm just not gonna buy those colors. When am I gonna wear those shades? And then the more I started seeing people review it, I'm like, oh, well, this side has a really good, nice neutral, and then you have the pops of blue, and then you have a really nice yellow, and all these kind of wearable neutral pinky shades. And I was like, maybe it's not the worst palette. You know what? I'm going to buy it. I'm going to review it. And then I knew from watching other beauty gurus that I did not want the mirror. This does have the best packaging, but I do not want this. I did open it to smell it, and it has that like kind of nostalgic 90s smell. This is going to be put in a giveaway for my 1,000 followers giveaway. And then the lip kits are gorgeous. I forgot to add the lipstick. This is the Malibu Sunset color, which is really darker than I expected. This is like a berry shade. I'm not sure if I love this. It reminds me of my very first MAC lipstick, Girl About Town. I'm going to take this off and show you the nude. This is just the liner. The lipstick is called Golden Beach, which is a little bit darker than the lip liner. Yeah, it's kind of peachier. This one kind of has that plasticky lipstick smell like a MAC lipstick does. I love this color. I know a lot of people had said that. It's not the most flattering on my skin tone, but it is really cute. Out of the 3 lipsticks, I would recommend Golden Beach. I think this is a really unique kind of nude color. And I really like the Dream House. If you don't have a medium light pink in your collection that is like true Barbie pink, I would recommend the pink bundle. I don't really care for the Malibu Sunset shade. This is just not my cup of tea, but this would look gorgeous on darker skin tones. Overall, I think the mirror is kind of gimmicky. The lipstick kits are cute. I enjoy the cute packaging. The lashes, I am not a fan of. I think they would look cuter if they were shorter and more wearable. These are just so obnoxiously long. I'm not a fan of long lashes, so this is a no from me personally. I also have a hard time sticking down Colourpop lashes. I prefer an Ardell Invisible Wispy. That's the invisible band is superior to anything else. The highlighter, I'm trying to open it. This took me forever to get it open to begin with. I can't open it. I love the shade. It's kind of like a goldeny pink undertone. It's not anything super unique. You don't really need it. I would recommend this if it was in different packaging. It's in the kind of like claspy, so you have to kind of hold on to the bottom while you push this up. And I don't have any fingernails, so this hurts my fingers to try to get it to open. So for me personally, oh, I finally got it. That's what it looks like. For me personally, I do not foresee myself using this because it's hard to open. But that's just me. If you're going to get anything out of the collection, I would say the palette and Golden Beach. If you wanted to get another product, it would be the Dream House Lippy set. And that is everything that the collection came with. Let me know what you thought of the Barbie collection. The packaging is super cute. And I did have Barbies as a kid, so this is very nostalgic to me. I had so many Barbies, and my favorite one was a limited edition one in a ball gown that my dad brought back from Italy for me when he was on deployment. And to me, that was the most prized possession Barbie I could ever own because it came from Italy. Italy. It was beautiful, and she was my favorite. Anyways, let me know what you think of my 3 looks, 1 palette video for Barbie. And let me know, did you pick up anything from the collection? And if you did, what were your favorites? And what did you want to purchase or weren't able to? Because I know Colourpop sells out fast. Let me know. I'd love to hear your opinion on the Malibu Barbie collection by Colourpop.